Hi everyone, it's Mr. Stewart here with your assignment video for the animation course Level 1, Week 1. Now this is the very first assignment video. Now your official assignment is to complete the tasks of your first assignment in the orientation videos that I sent out. Now those are going to be sending your email addresses, your student email address and your parent email address to Mrs. Stewart, Kayla at TheAnimCourse.com. Also, making sure that that is connected to a Google account so that we can then set up your Google Drive student folder. So that will be on your assignment list as well. Read over your syllabus and to pick and install your animation software. And those are the most important things that you'll need to do for week 1. Now, if you have done all of those things and you are anxious to get started and ready to go, then we do have an optional assignment for you as well. So here we go.
Okay, now we will start with our animation projects next week. So the bouncing ball we will start next week, and we'll go through a little bit of how to work in pencil. But before we get there, I wanted to talk a little bit about some aspects of drawing, and this is where we'll do some drawing kind of all through the course to give you some important concepts that will work over all forms of animation, but they're kind of easiest to express in drawing. So we'll go through, and I'm going to go through this first concept of you can see these lines that are drawn in over these characters, and that's something called a line of action. And the line of action, it's really important for an animator to be able to give a clear indication of what he's trying to communicate, he or she is trying to communicate, and as quickly as possible. So you want as clear a pose or as clear a drawing as possible, because film is going to move at 24 frames a second. So that's a lot of images that are going to be flashed in front of the audience, and you want to make sure that each image is as clear as it can be. So you can see how it moves, the line of action moves from the tip of the character, the fist, all the way to the toe, as opposed to over here, where you can see it's a little different and it's more complex. And this over here is going to be much easier to read and much more impactful to the audience. So if you look here, you can see the same thing. And if you kind of take your eye from the left to the right, you get a sense of the impact that can happen through animation. Now, if you do the same thing with this drawing here to this drawing here, you can see that the impact is not nearly as strong. And so that's one of the things that we're going to go over, is trying to really give you we're going to do some exercises to try and give you a good plan on how to start to practice that line of action. So what we're going to do is I want you to get this a little bit bigger. So this is some video I did of myself walking. And I want you to go out, take some video of yourself or your friends or your brothers and sisters of doing action, doing running, jumping, walking, leaning over, anything that is active. And one of the things that is very important in animation is understanding how to capture that action in a pose. There's a kind of drawing called gesture drawing that's much more concerned with capturing that motion of a human or an animal or something that's in motion, rather than making it look perfect and shaded and completely rendered, just like the eye would see it. So we're going to do some exercises to kind of help us capture that gesture. So the first thing, so after you've done this and done this video, find a frame or find a picture that you like the pose. And if you have the capabilities to work in a Photoshop or another digital program that you can bring in video like this, then you can draw over the top. But if not, you can just draw next to or you can draw in your sketchbook or with a piece of paper, and really try to capture the line of action. And we're just going to do kind of stick figures. You can see here, it's real simple. When you take that away, you still get that sense of action. Can do another one here. And the goal is for you to then be able to recreate that action on your own without the video. So what I want you to do is do 2 pages with 4 to 6 sketches on each page. And you can do they don't have to all be the same size. But just sketches like this to fill up a page. And if you've done it in your sketchbook, then go ahead and take a picture with your phone or your parents' phone. The easiest way to get it to me is to then email that picture to yourself and then upload it to your student folder. And there'll be a folder in your student folder labeled Week 1, and that's where you'll put it. So you're going to do 2 pages with 4 to 6 sketches each, like this. And you don't need to turn in the video, so a page like this would be good to just see 4 sketches like that and then do another one. And that'll be our first assignment, and we'll do more of this throughout the course. And if you have any questions, you can always email me at chad@TheAnimCourse. And then next week we will get started with going through the principles of animation, which are 12 principles of animation that 2 of the original Disney animators put down and put down to paper and wrote a book about. And so if you want to get that book, it's called The Illusion of Life. It's a great book, and it's going to give you lots of information, but it's not required. So I hope you have a great week. And again, email me with any questions, and I'll look forward to seeing you guys all next week.
Oh, and I almost forgot, the deadline for turning in your assignment is the beginning of next week's class. So make sure you upload your 2 pages of 4 to 6 sketches each by the beginning of next class, and then I'll be able to give you your video review. Have a great week.